Alright, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I've pretty well got almost everything put back on the diesel here. I'm only lacking a few parts that I want to get put on there. Basically that thermostat housing, which I still need to get a hose to connect the water pump to the housing there. And I still need to get that crank pulley on and the vacuum pump. And after that, I'm pretty much done with stuff that I'm going to be putting back on the engine before I drop it in. Well, I say pretty much. I still want to get like these brackets here, and the fuel filter, and basically everything else left here on the table. I want to get all of that put back on before I go back to putting the engine back in the car. But it's turned out and looking pretty good. It's not 100%, but it definitely looks better than what it did. But before I drop the engine back down in here, I still need to get in and finish up some of this wiring. There is a few bare spots in the wiring that I need to get taken care of. And yeah, I've got some heat shrink tape here that I'd been needing to pick up. And I'm also going to get in here and try to sand down some of this rust and kind of repaint over the few spots in here that are like that. So yeah, basically I'm going to get started on all of that, and hopefully I'll be able to drop this motor back in possibly tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to get all of that done in this video, but yeah, I'm going to get basically everything ready to to drop this engine back down in there. And I'd like to thank all of my new subscribers for subscribing, and everybody else that has been watching my videos. But yeah, without further ado, I'll get started on getting all of this done. Alright, a little update on the progress I've been making. I've got a couple of these injector lines cleaned up and put back on, but I did run into a little bit of a problem. Whenever I ordered the L-ring intake manifold and exhaust manifold gasket set, I thought that it would come with the EGR gasket as well, but it evidently doesn't. And in the pictures that I seen, I thought that this would be the gasket, but it's not. That EGR gasket should be a metal styled gasket, and just by looking at the pictures online, I really just couldn't tell if one of those gaskets right there would be the one that works. So yeah, I'm basically going to be waiting on one gasket to be able to put this engine back together. Either that, or I could order up the EGR block-off plate and go about it that way. But still, I'm going to be basically waiting on either one of those to come in. But I did get out here and get to work on the engine bay itself. I got some of the rust cleaned up. It was really only surface rust on here. And I gave it a coat of black primer, and I just couldn't really find any brown primer at my local auto parts store, so I ended up just having to use black. I might end up seeing if I can find, something that will match, those frame rails down there just a little bit better. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at on that. So for now, I think I'm going to get those injector lines cleaned up, and then I'm going to come out here and I'm going to start to get to work on this wire, just because that really needs to get done before I drop the engine back in. So yeah, that's just kind of where I'm at right now. I'll keep on getting to work on it and try to get some of this wiring taken care of. Alright, well, I've got the injector lines put back on. The main fuel line going down there to the injector pump, and also the line going down to the lift pump, and the vacuum pump, and I got the upper alternator bracket put on, but it's gonna be, gosh, probably another week, just to get that gasket in for the EGR. And I'm really almost thinking at this point of just deleting it. So yeah, I'll call around and see about getting that delete kit for it. Just see how long it will take to get it in. But overall, I think right now I can really go ahead and put the engine back in. I'm probably gonna hook up the oil cooler lines down there and call it good for now. Basically a lot of the rest of the stuff that goes on the engine is there's a plate that goes up there for the cruise control actuator, or whatever you want to call it, and I need to get another hose that goes between the water pump here and the thermostat housing. And yeah, that's pretty much stuff that I could do to it while after I get it put down in the car. But for now, I'm going to come in here and I need to get this wiring taken off of the horns so that I can get basically all of this wiring here fed back up and out of it, so that I can get all of this wiring here recovered and fixed in a couple of spots. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end the video off here, and yeah, I really appreciate everybody watching these videos. They're not nearly as popular as my saw videos have been, but I do still enjoy making them on this old 300 SD. If you're just watching these videos, this is my 81 Mercedes 300 SD that I've done quite a bit of work to, and I've got a playlist down below that you can watch different stuff that I've done to the car. But yeah, I think I'm gonna, like I say, I'm gonna call it off here for this video, and I'll probably get to work on that wiring. And after I get that wiring finished up, I'm probably going to drop the motor in it, and yeah, that's probably going to wait until tomorrow. So if you enjoy my videos, give them a like, and please consider subscribing. And thanks for watching. Have a nice day.